What if you could move like a 90-year-old Japanese senior? No canes, no fear, perfect balance. In Japan, where people live longer than almost anywhere else on Earth, falls among seniors are remarkably rare. Walk through any park in Tokyo at dawn, and you'll see people in their 70 seconds, 80 seconds, even 90 seconds moving with a steadiness and grace that would put many younger Westerners to shame. So what's their secret? It's not expensive balance boards or high-tech gym equipment. It's not even genetics. When researchers studied Japan's approach to balance training, they discovered something surprising. The secret wasn't hidden in modern exercise science. It was sitting right there in centuries-old practices that Japanese people have woven into their daily lives. Simple movements so subtle that Western physical therapists initially overlooked them as too basic to matter, until clinical studies on vestibular function, proprioception, and fall prevention told a completely different story. Here's what matters most. These aren't complicated exercises that require athletic ability or perfect health. They're gentle, accessible movements that work with your body's natural balance systems, not against them. Today, you're about to discover 6 Japanese movements specifically designed to restore balance after 60, and they take just 5 minutes total. No equipment, no gym, no sweat. Just simple, proven movements that could help you walk with confidence again. Before we dive in, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Forget everything you know about warm-up exercises. This isn't about jumping jacks or stretching cold muscles. This is Ragio Taiso, and it's been moving an entire nation since 1928. Every morning at 6:30 a.m., a gentle piano melody broadcasts across Japan. It's not the news, not the weather. It's a signal that millions of Japanese people, from school children to retirees, are about to perform the same flowing sequence of movements together. This 3-minute routine of 13 gentle exercises was originally designed to promote better health and morale, first for soldiers, then for everyone. Today, it remains one of Japan's most cherished daily rituals, performed in parks, workplaces, and living rooms nationwide. But here's what makes Ragio Taiso powerful for balance. Each movement flows seamlessly into the next. Arm circles, gentle torso bends, side stretches, knee lifts, all performed with rhythmic breathing and deliberate weight shifts. This isn't random stretching. It's a carefully choreographed sequence that wakes up your vestibular system, the inner ear mechanism that controls balance. When you perform these flowing movements first thing in the morning, you're essentially calibrating your body's balance sensors for the day ahead. The gentle weight shifts from foot to foot, retrain your ankles to make subtle adjustments. The arm movements above your head challenge your center of gravity, while your feet stay grounded. The side bends activate the lateral stabilizers that keep you upright when you reach for something. Studies of seniors who practice Ragio Taiso daily show remarkable results. They maintain better range of motion in their hips and shoulders well into their 80 seconds. More importantly for balance, they develop what researchers call dynamic stability, the ability to stay balanced while moving, not just while standing still. And here's the beautiful part. It takes just 3 minutes and 15 seconds. You can do it in your pajamas, in your living room, before you've even had your morning tea. No equipment, no special clothing, just your body moving through space with intention. Now, if you're just starting out, here's what I recommend. Start with just a few of the movements if the full sequence feels overwhelming. Focus on the arm circles and gentle knee lifts first. The key is consistency, not perfection. Many Japanese seniors perform a modified version that suits their current ability, and that's exactly what you should do too. Walk into any sumo training stable in Japan, and you'll witness a ritual that's been performed for centuries. Shiko. Young wrestlers lift one leg high to the side and stamp it down forcefully, over and over, sometimes hundreds of times each morning. But what does an ancient Shinto cleansing ritual have to do with balance after 60? Everything, actually. While professional sumo wrestlers perform Shiko with power and force, the adapted version for seniors is one of the most effective single-leg balance exercises you can do. Shiko, which literally means 4 legs, originally served a spiritual purpose in sumo wrestling to stamp out negative energy from the ring before a match. Its roots in Shinto ritual predate modern sumo by centuries, used to pacify the land and ward off evil spirits. But biomechanically, this movement is brilliant for balance. When you slowly lift one leg to the side while maintaining a wide, stable stance, you're doing something most daily activities never require. Challenging your balance in the frontal plane, side to side, rather than just forward and back. This lateral stability is exactly what prevents sideways falls, the kind most likely to cause hip fractures. Here's what happens in your body during Shiko. Your standing leg's hip abductors, the muscles on the outside of your hip, engage intensely to keep you stable. Your ankle makes dozens of micro-adjustments to keep your center of gravity over your foot. Your core muscles activate to prevent your torso from tilting. And your brain, it's working hard to coordinate all of these movements simultaneously. The beauty of Shiko for seniors is that you can modify it completely to your current ability. You don't need to lift your leg high or stamp it down forcefully. Simply lifting your knee a few inches to the side and holding it there for 5 seconds works wonders. Use a chair or wall for support if needed. The goal isn't to mimic professional athletes. It's to gently challenge your balance system so it stays sharp. Physical therapists in Japan often prescribe a modified Shiko practice for fall prevention. Just 10 repetitions on each side, performed daily, has been shown to significantly improve lateral stability and confidence when walking on uneven surfaces. Here's how to make this work for you. Start next to a sturdy chair or wall. Lift your knee only as high as feels comfortable. Hold for 5 seconds, then slowly lower. Build up to 10 repetitions per side. As you get stronger, try lifting your leg a bit higher or reducing your reliance on support. This is about gradual progress, not overnight transformation. In the world of Japanese martial arts, everything begins with Hachiji-dachi, the natural stance. Feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward like the Japanese character for 8. This is the fundamental ready position taught in karate, aikido, and countless other disciplines. It looks almost too simple to matter, yet martial artists spend years perfecting it. Why? Because true balance starts with finding your center. For centuries, Hachiji-dachi has been taught as the starting point for all movement, the position from which you can respond to any challenge, shift in any direction, or simply stand grounded and stable. In martial arts, this isn't just a physical stance. It's a philosophy about being present, centered, and ready. For seniors concerned about balance, it offers something equally profound: the ability to feel truly stable on your feet again. Most of us have lost touch with our center of gravity. We lean forward slightly, shift our weight unconsciously to one side, or stand with tension locked into our knees and hips. Hachiji-dachi teaches you to distribute your weight evenly across both feet, to soften your knees slightly, and to find that sweet spot where you feel rooted yet relaxed. The adapted balance exercise is beautifully simple. Stand in Hachiji-dachi and close your eyes for 10 seconds. Without visual input, your brain relies entirely on proprioception, your body's internal sense of where it is in space, and your vestibular system to keep you upright. This is exactly the sensory integration you need when walking in dim light or on uneven ground. Research in balance training shows that proprioceptive exercises, like standing with eyes closed, are among the most effective ways to prevent falls. When you regularly practice finding your center without visual cues, you're training your body to respond automatically when you stumble or step on an unexpected surface. Start with just 5 seconds with your eyes closed while standing in Hachiji-dachi. As you improve, gradually increase to 10, then 20 seconds. You can also challenge yourself further by shifting your weight slowly from your right foot to your left and back again, maintaining perfect balance throughout the transition. Japanese martial artists practice Hachiji-Dachi thousands of times over their training lifetime. For seniors, just a minute or two of mindful practice each day can dramatically improve spatial awareness and stability. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, but it works because it addresses the fundamental skill underlying all balance, knowing where your body is in space and being able to make tiny adjustments to stay centered. Let me give you a practical tip here. Practice Hachiji-Dachi while waiting for your coffee to brew or standing in line. Close your eyes for just a few seconds at first, gradually building your tolerance. If you feel unstable, keep your eyes open and focus on that feeling of being evenly weighted and grounded. With consistent practice, you'll notice your overall stability improving in everyday activities. In Japan, balance isn't just taught in physical therapy clinics. It's woven into centuries of martial arts practice. Kata Ashi Dachi, which translates to single leg stance, has been practiced by samurai, martial artists, and sword fighters for generations. In Kendo and Iaijutsu, the art of drawing the sword, being able to maintain perfect stability on one foot, was essential for executing precise techniques and responding instantly to threats. Today, this ancient training method has become one of the most researched balance exercises in modern fall prevention science, and the findings are remarkable. Studies show that the ability to stand on one leg for at least 20 seconds is a powerful predictor of healthy aging and independence. Those who can't maintain single-leg balance are at significantly higher risk for falls, hip fractures, and loss of mobility. But here's the encouraging part. Single-leg balance can be trained and improved at any age. When you practice Kata Ashi Dachi, even for just 30 seconds per leg twice a day, you're activating every part of your balance system simultaneously. Your ankle muscles work overtime to make micro adjustments. Your hip stabilizers fire to keep your pelvis level. Your core engages to prevent your torso from swaying. And your brain processes hundreds of sensory signals per second to keep you upright. Physical therapists now understand that Kata Ashi Dachi isn't just about leg strength. It's about neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new neural connections. Each time you challenge your balance, you're literally rewiring your nervous system to respond better to instability. This is why consistent, gentle practice matters more than occasional intense effort. The adapted version for seniors is wonderfully simple and safe. Stand near a wall or countertop where you can lightly touch for support if needed. Lift one foot just an inch or two off the ground. You don't need to lift your knee high. Even slightly unweighting one foot is enough to challenge your balance. Focus on a fixed point directly ahead of you. This visual anchor helps stabilize your vestibular system. Start with just 10 seconds per leg, if that's all you can manage. Many seniors find their balance is much better on one leg than the other, which is completely normal. The goal is to practice both sides equally, gradually improving your weaker side over time. The best way to start is simple. Make Kata Ashi Dachi part of an existing daily habit. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. You're already standing still anyway, so why not turn it into balance training? Morning and evening. That's 2 minutes total that could dramatically reduce your fall risk. As you improve, try slowly closing your eyes for a few seconds, or gently turning your head side to side while maintaining balance. These small progressions keep challenging your nervous system to adapt. In the Ryukyu Kingdom of Okinawa, centuries before it became part of modern Japan, martial artists developed ingenious training methods that built strength and coordination without heavy equipment. One of these traditional exercises was Natamaki Undo, the rope winding exercise. Originally practiced with actual rope stretched between the hands, this movement was designed to build grip and forearm strength essential for Okinawan karate. But here's what those ancient practitioners understood intuitively, and what modern balance research now confirms. Rotational movements are critical for fall prevention. Most balance exercises focus on standing still or moving forward and back. Very few train the twisting, turning movements we constantly use in daily life. Reaching for something behind you, turning to look over your shoulder, pivoting to change direction while walking. Natamaki undo addresses exactly this gap. The exercise involves holding a towel or cloth stretched between both hands at shoulder height, then slowly rotating your torso from side to side while keeping your hips facing forward. As you twist, you're winding and unwinding the imaginary rope, engaging your core muscles in a rotational pattern that most people never practice. This twisting movement does something remarkable for balance. It activates the deep spinal stabilizers, the muscles that run along your spine and control rotational stability. When these muscles are weak, which they often are after 60, you become unstable during any turning movement. This is why so many falls happen when people pivot or turn around quickly. Additionally, Natamaki undo challenges your vestibular system in a unique way. When you rotate your upper body while keeping your lower body still, your inner ear's balance sensors have to constantly recalibrate. This is exactly the kind of sensory challenge that strengthens your overall balance system. The beauty of this exercise is its gentleness. You're not doing violent twists or fast rotations. Everything is slow, controlled, and mindful. You can perform it while seated in a chair if standing feels unstable. The towel provides something to hold on to, which can be psychologically reassuring while still delivering the balance benefits. Physical therapists often recommend rotational exercises for seniors, but many patients find them confusing or intimidating. Natamaki Undo provides a simple, clear framework. Hold the towel, twist slowly to one side, pause, return to center, twist to the other side. Repeat for 10 rounds, and you've given your balance system a comprehensive workout in under 2 minutes. If you're wondering how to begin, it's easy. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Hold a small towel between your hands at chest height, arms extended. Keep your hips and legs completely still while you slowly rotate your upper body to the right. Hold for 3 seconds, return to center, then rotate left. Focus on controlled, smooth movements rather than speed or range of motion. As you get comfortable, try performing this while standing, which adds an additional balance challenge. In the Edo period, from 1603 to 1868, Japanese people didn't have backpacks or shopping bags as we know them today. They used furoshiki elegant squares of cloth that could be tied and wrapped to carry everything from lunchboxes to clothing to gifts. The art of carrying items wrapped in furoshiki required something that modern conveniences have allowed us to forget: constant, subtle balance adjustments. Furoshiki Unshin, the adapted movement practice inspired by this traditional carrying method, might be the most practical balance exercise you'll ever learn. Because it doesn't just improve your stability in theory, it directly trains the exact skills you need for real-world balance challenges. Walking while carrying something, navigating obstacles, maintaining stability while your attention is divided. The practice is beautifully simple. You walk slowly and deliberately, taking careful heel-to-toe steps as if you're balancing something precious. Each step requires you to pause momentarily on one foot before placing the next foot down. You keep your gaze soft and forward, occasionally shifting it to different points in your environment, just as you would if you were actually carrying a carefully wrapped bundle. This seemingly simple exercise is actually training multiple balance systems simultaneously. The slow, deliberate heel-to-toe walking pattern engages your ankle stabilizers and forces your weight to transfer smoothly from one leg to the other. The pausing between steps challenges your single-leg balance in a dynamic context, not just standing still, but moving through space. And the practice of shifting your gaze trains your vestibular ocular reflex, the system that keeps you stable when your head and eyes move. Research in gait training shows that deliberate, mindful walking practices like Furoshiki Unshin can significantly reduce fall risk. Many falls happen not because someone can't balance while standing still, but because they lose stability during transitions when shifting weight from foot to foot, when turning corners, when stepping over obstacles. This exercise trains exactly those transitional moments. What makes Furoshiki Unshin particularly valuable for seniors is how directly it translates to daily life. After practicing this mindful, balanced way of walking, people often report feeling more stable when carrying groceries, more confident when walking on uneven sidewalks, more aware of their body position when navigating crowded spaces. You can practice this movement anywhere, in your hallway, in your living room, outside on a flat path. Start with just 10 steps, focusing intently on the smooth weight transfer and the deliberate placement of each foot. As you improve, increase the distance, add gentle turns, or practice on slightly uneven surfaces like grass. The traditional Japanese approach to balance wasn't about dramatic exercises or intense training. It was about weaving mindful movement into everyday activities. Furoshiki Unshin embodies this philosophy perfectly, a simple practice that reconnects you with the ancient skill of moving through the world with grace, attention, and confidence. Here's my advice for practicing this. Create a short walking path in your home, perhaps from your bedroom to your kitchen. Each morning and evening, walk this path using the Furoshiki Unshin technique. Slow, deliberate heel-to-toe steps, pausing briefly on each foot, maintaining soft awareness of your surroundings. Just 1 minute twice a day can retrain your gait patterns and significantly improve your overall stability. Now, before you start practicing these movements, there's something important I need you to hear. Start where you are, not where you think you should be. If you're dealing with balance issues, past injuries, or haven't exercised regularly, that's perfectly fine. You're not behind, you're simply beginning. Always practice near a wall, sturdy chair, or countertop that you can touch for support. There's no shame in using assistance. Professional balance trainers encourage it because it allows you to challenge your balance safely while knowing you can steady yourself if needed. Begin with the movements that feel most accessible to you. If single leg standing seems too challenging, focus on the seated or supported movements first. If a particular exercise causes pain, not gentle discomfort, but actual pain, stop and consult your doctor or physical therapist. These movements are gentle by design, but everyone's body is different. Listen to yours. Pain is never progress. Gradual improvement with consistency is the goal, not perfect execution on day one. And if you have specific health concerns, always check with your healthcare provider before starting any new movement practice. You don't need to move to Japan to gain the balance benefits that Japanese seniors enjoy. You just need to move with intention. What you've discovered today isn't a trendy workout or a quick fix. It's a return to the kind of natural, mindful movement that humans practiced for centuries before chairs, cars, and convenience took over our lives. These 6 movements take 5 minutes total. They don't require equipment, expensive classes, or athletic ability. What they do require is consistency and patience. Balance is like any skill, it improves with regular, gentle practice, not occasional, intense effort. The Japanese approach to aging isn't about fighting time or denying reality. It's about flowing with the changes while maintaining the abilities that matter most: stability, confidence, independence. These movements are simply tools to help you do exactly that. You can start with just one movement today. Pick the one that spoke to you most. Practice it for 30 seconds. That single decision could begin a chain of small improvements that compound over weeks and months into noticeably better balance and confidence. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these movements will you try first? Have you practiced any Japanese balance techniques before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might inspire someone else to take that first step toward better balance.